G'day, it's Phil here, and welcome back to my channel. Today we're going to be looking through 50-cent pieces again, looking for commemorative coins, rare coins, and coins worth more than face value. Again, we've got my 50-cent collection book here, already partly filled with the commemorative coins that we've found so far. We've got a few gaps still to go. The Ram's Head, Centenary Federation from Australian Capital Territory, Northern Territory and Victoria. So quite a few there, and we're still looking for the International Year of Indigenous Languages. We have all the rest of the collection book filled with the date run. So when we have all those commemoratives, we'll have a full date run of 50-cent coins from 1966 up till now. So let's crack into our first roll. As we go through, I'll be mainly looking at the reverses, just looking for the commemorative coins. At the end, I'll go through all of the coat of arms, looking for the years 1986, 87, 89, 1990, 92 and 2005, because they were years where no 50-cent piece was issued into circulation. That's the coat of arms, and that's what I'll be looking for the date on those. That's a 1976. It's not in bad nick, but it is a common 50-cent piece, so we'll just flick through those. There's a 1982. It's our first common commemorative. It's the Commonwealth Games Brisbane. Not in too bad nick, but there are tons and tons of those, so I'll put that up there as a common commemorative. And then we'll keep going, picking out all the commemorative coins, making rows, and then if we find anything worth note, we'll go and put that in a different place. Here we have the 2010 Celebrate What's Great, the Australia Day coin, Celebrate Australia's Day, also very common. And then a 2001 Centenary of Federation, but this is the highest minted of that Centenary of Federation series. The 1912 coat of arms, heaps and heaps of those, but we look for the states and territories on that one, like this one here, which is the Australian Capital Territory, which I just went through saying that we needed. So that's one for the book. 2001 Centenary of Federation, Australian Capital Territory. It's amazing. We just talk about that, and there it is. But that is one for the book, so that'll go down on the bottom row, and that's called the Keeper's Row. And another Australia Day 2010, and a Bass and Flinders from 1998. The first time we're seeing that today. That's also a common commemorative. So I'll put that to the side. Wow, what a great start to that. To this particular hunt, one for the book in the first roll. That's a great start. When I go through the coat of arms at the end, I'll also be looking for low minted years, which is 1985, 1993, and 2020. And they're about 1 million issued in those years, which is a low mintage. And here we have Millennium Year coin. It's from the year 2000, the Millennium Year. We look on that one for an incused flag variety, which is a lot scarcer than the normal ones, but that's a normal one, so that's a common commemorative. Going to go on the commemorative row there at the top. Here's the 2010 coat of arms, and we always check the 2010 for rotation errors. Haven't found any yet, but I'll find one eventually. And there is a 2005, sorry, that goes in my hand, that one, because it is common if it's not a rotation error. And again, we have a 2005. This is the secondary student competition winner for a 50-cent design. It's for the Melbourne 2006 Commonwealth Games, also very common in itself. And there we go. Apart from this 2005, which is a very ordinary looking student design, we'll put that aside, and that gets us to the third roll. And once we've done this third roll, we'll speed the hunt up a bit. And I'll only stop when we find something new for today that we haven't seen. I'll talk about it, I'll annotate it, and then I'll lay it down. But otherwise, we'll just motor on through the hunt. Oh, there's another very, very rough looking Commonwealth Games Brisbane. This looks like it's been into tumble dryer. And then we'll try and pick up some other coins. This is a 2014 coin. We checked the 2014 for a crop circle error in amongst the reeds here behind the emu's head. This seems to be clear. And then we have another common commemorative, the Australia's Volunteers from 2003. It's in pretty good nick. Sometimes these ones can get pretty dirty because it's a very busy coin. Lots of volunteers represented on that coin. There's a 2017 that shares a date with the Eddie Marbo coin, but we don't see one of those. Here we have a 1995, which will be the Weary Dunlop coin, the 50th anniversary of the end of the Second World War. Also very common commemorative. And then straight after that, with a bit of green ink on it, we have Captain Cook, the 1970 very first 50-cent piece commemorative coin. And so that will be a common commemorative and go on the top row. But that's it for 3 rolls. And now we'll let's speed things up. And if I find anything new, I'll stop and we'll talk about it. And there, for the first time today's hunt, we have the 1994 International Year of the Family. Another common commemorative. And there, for the first time today, we have the 2005 Remembrance coin, the 60th anniversary of the end of World War II. In 2005, very common. On those coins, we do find errors on that coin sometimes. It was very highly minted, and the die was not in great condition for some of the time, so there are quite a number of different kinds of errors on that particular coin. Oh, and here we go. We have another Centenary Federation. This time, it's Queensland. Queensland's not one that we need for the book, so it will be an extra coin for my wider collection. It's not in bad nick. It's a pretty dirty, though. It's not going to go back to the bank. It's not unrecoverable as such. Very nice coin there. Oh, and here we go. We have another Centenary Federation, and it is Tasmania with the 2 Tassie Devils there. We have that one, but it's in not bad nick. I wonder if that's a bit of mark, just a bit of muck. But another Centenary Federation. That's 3 for the hunt. That's very good going. There, for the first time today, we have the 1977 Silver Jubilee, 25th year of reign of Queen Elizabeth II. Another very common commemorative. Oh, here we go. Another Centenary Federation, New South Wales. Saw the year there. Thought I'd flip it around. Very, very nice. Another also that we have in the book, so that's going to the wider collection. And there we have, for the first time today, the Year of the Outback from 2002. Another very common commemorative. There's another 2001. Let's have a crack at that. No. And another 2001. Let's have a crack at that. No. There we have a 1988. That'll be Tall Ships. Yep, there we go. We'll check that one for the dot between the 8. That is a clear one, so it's a common commemorative, but it's one of the ones that I pull out of my hunts to keep in my collection, just because I like the Tall Ships coin. And that then brings us on to the last roll. So we might get a bit of last roll luck, although we don't really need it. It's been a pretty good hunt in my opinion. Pretty good hunt indeed. The only thing that would make it a little bit better would be an Incused or another crop circle. Oh, there we go. Another shot at a Centenary Federation. We got another 2001 there. No. There's 4. Look at that. We have a 1991 with a hole in it. Oh, that is brutal. Oh, can you believe that? That is one that I need for the book, and I'm going to have to put it in the book, even though it has a massive, massive hole through it. I can't believe that. That's just brutal. Why would you do that? Unless you were making a necklace out of it. That is the 25th anniversary of decimal currency, the Ram's Head coin from 1991. I saw that, but I saw the hole and I'm like, please be something else. That's going into the book. That's one of the ones that I thought maybe it would take quite a while to find. And we are indeed a number of hunts into this particular book. And then lastly, the very last coin of the hunt, we have the Royal Visit with the one-off special effigy. The Royal Visit, very, very nice. It is a common commemorative technically by the number, but it is also another coin that I pull out of circulation because of the what I think is a special effigy. It's a one-off effigy. But that's it for the hunt. Look at that. Oh my God. Centenary Federations and that holy ram. Anyway, I'll quickly go through the coat of arms. I'll be back in a sec and to tell you if I found anything else of note. Back in a sec. Well, I found a few coat of arms that were of note. Got 2019 IRB, 3 of those. 3, one in pretty good nick, one in not so good nick, and one just average. On the Royal Australian Mint website, they are listed at 1.1 million, the IRB 2019, but then so is the 2020 Jody Clark, and I have to go back to my listing of numbers. This is what I do every year. I have a look at the numbers. There's a 50 cent, there's 2019 IRB and JC. I look at every Royal Australian Mint annual report and I write down what the amounts are. Now in 2018-19, the annual report said originally it was at 0.224, and then in 2019-20 it said it was 16,000. But then later on in the 2020-21 annual report, it said it was 0.810, but it also made amendments to the numbers in previous annual reports, and so the 18-19 number went from 224,000 to 1.124, and the 16,000 in 1920 went down to 0. So the total that I have for the IRB 2019 50-cent piece is 1.934 million. That's the number that I go off in relation to whether it's a low minted or not. I wanted to bring that up because a lot of people say that the IRB 2019 is a low minted coin at 1.1. I believe it's 1.9. I'm going to put them back into circulation because nearly 2 million is not really that low of a mintage. It's the same with a number of other coins that I know I've gone through. I have a look at the changes in the mintage numbers. This is the $1. I have the same calculation for the $2 all the way going back to 2017-18. That's what I do to make sure that the numbers that we look at for low mintages are right. I don't believe the Royal Australian Mint website is always right because it doesn't necessarily reflect the annual reports, and when they do change numbers in the annual reports, sometimes they never go back and change the number on the website. So some of you may ask about why I don't keep 2014 $1 coins. Same sort of deal. I have a much higher number for that particular coin based on the annual reports rather than the Royal Australian Mint's website, but that's what it is. So what we have from the hunt today is we have this decimated 25th anniversary of decimal currency. It's going to go in the book because it's the one that I found. We have a New South Wales Centenary of Federation. I already have that one, so that's not going into the book. We have a Tasmania Centenary of Federation, not in too bad nick, it's got a bit of smudging on it. That's also in the book already, and so I will be putting that into my wider collection. I have another Centenary of Federation Queensland, which I do have, and that's not in great nick, that's not going to go into the book. So 3 into the wider collection, but we also have another Centenary of Federation, the Australian Capital Territory, which I do need for the book and is going to go into the book. So that is a great hunt for Centenary of Federations, one that I need for the book and 3 that I don't. But so we'll grab the book over to the camera, we will open her up, we will first of all take out the placeholder for the 25th anniversary of decimal currency. We'll put in the Holy Ram into the slot, the Holy Ram in the Holy Book. Then we'll take out the Centenary of Federation placeholder for Australian Capital Territory and we'll stick her in the book. And now we have the front first page fully completed of commemorative coins. That means we only need 3 more coins. The Northern Territory and Victoria Centenary of Federation and the International Year of Indigenous Languages. So we're getting there, 20-25 hunts is usually about what a 50-cent collection book should take to complete if you're doing about 100 to 150 bucks a week per hunt. So that's generally what I've been finding over time. But that's it. If you enjoy what I do, please think about subscribing. Leave a comment down below. Tell me if you're finding any defaced coins out in circulation, especially coins that you need. Well, tell me your biggest horror story of the coin that you thought you would most like, and I'll tell it here on the channel. But again, I'll be back for more noodling in a few days, so I'll see you then. Bye.